Okay, welcome back everybody to another video in this selection that we've been doing. I'm hoping that the videos are certainly making you think. The key thing, that's what this is all about, just to get people to start thinking that little bit different. If you keep being the same way you are just now, you'll always be the same way. So we always look at it. What we spoke about last week was about facing your fear. Did any of you face a fear? Doesn't matter how small the fear is, by one step, it changes. One step forward, one step forward, one step forward. I think in life we look at the destination of where we want to go rather than concentrating on the journey. And the journey is only done by what? Yeah, that first step. Just concentrate on the steps and enjoy them. Because by the time you get to the destination, it's changed anyway. Okay, so leading on from that, we're going on to belief. Whether it be self-belief, whether it be you're putting belief onto someone else, or what do you do to someone else by what you say to them. Self-belief for me is definitely the key topic that I've always spoke about in my coaching. My motto is what the mind believes, the body achieves. So what you believe in your head, you generally achieve in life. So if you think you're mediocre, have you settled for that mediocre job because that's all you believe you're good enough for? An example I've heard of this, I do listen to a lot of motivational speeches and that, and one of the examples that comes to my head just as we're talking about belief was a guy who had been told that he was only good enough, he was a C student, that's all he would be. So he would have settled for a mundane job, did it till he was 60, then what happened is the business gets shut down. So he'd still 5 years to work, so he went to another company. This other company said, you have to do this test before we can allow you to start working for us. And he was like, straight away he had the anxiety of, oh no, it's a test, I'm only a C student. He did the test, he actually scored the highest percentage of anybody that ever took the test. So then what happened from that test is, he went on to make loads and loads of money and make up his own business, but just from that one thing that happened to him. So what is the belief that someone set upon you, i.e. a teacher, a parent, that's causing you to be where you are, or the belief you're putting on yourself, I'm only good enough for this? How many that have settled for that job and then there's another job comes up and they go, I'm not good enough for that job, I'll just need to stay where I am. There's no point in going for that job because I won't make it. Too many people are like that in life. And I did a workshop this week for a local rugby team. Under 16s. For me, the under 16s and under 18s are very important. They're the future of the next generation of professionals. We want to instate in them what passion and drive they've got and focus on the goods that they're doing. So I asked the question when we started off doing the workshop, how many of you want to be a professional rugby player? And out of 12 people, how many do you think put their hands up? Yeah, 12. The next question I asked them straight after that was, keep your hands up if you believe you're going to be a professional rugby player. How many of them do you think kept their hands up? Nope, not that many. Nope, 0. Okay, so this is the future, for me, of the professional game in Scotland. So 12 of them wanted to be a professional, but they didn't believe they could be. So why did they not believe? That's what I started asking them. Ask them the key question. The key question I'll ask any of my coaching clients is why. So why do you not believe? What's stopping you? And is it you that's stopping you, or is it someone else that's stopping you? So we went through some different techniques. And by the end of it, they'd found out why they were stopping themselves, but they also found out what they were doing really well at. I don't think in life we take what we actually do really well and boast about it. For me, an example is that when we were a kid and we get, do you know, like your report card, you were like quickly running home to tell your parents, if you want to read my report card, look how well I've done. Then you get older and you don't sing about what you do or tell anybody about it because you feel like you're boasting. And I think that is a culture thing, that the more successful you are and the better you do for yourself, the less people want to tell you that. I can definitely vouch for that, and from a personal point of view of being someone who is very driven, very self-focused and has a lot of self-belief in themselves, that you will come up against doubters in your life. But the more self-belief you have, the more you won't allow those doubters' thoughts to get into your own head. The key thing is, for me, definitely with doubters, is you can either allow them to stop you doing what you're doing, or you can use them as a fuel to drive you forward. For me, I definitely use them as a driver to drive me forward. And in life, the people who doubt you are 10 years down the line when you see them again, will still be doing the same things, still saying the same things, which is nothing. And you'll be the one that has got that belief and has driven yourself forward. Doesn't matter how far forward you've went further forward than who you are today. Key thing for me is look at which gives you self-belief. Focus on what you're good at, and then look at what you're bad at, and think how you can bring what you're bad at equally to as good as what you're good at. Because obviously what will happen there is you'll have both things matching together. And what that is an inner confidence. I'm not saying people to walk about and be like a cock pheasant walking about strutting your stuff. That's not confidence. That's arrogance. Confidence comes from within. If you're confident inside and you have the self-belief, you quietly walk about doing what you're doing, but when you come to speak about what you do, you're passionate about it. It comes from here. I speak from my stomach. I don't speak from here. I never plan what I'm going to say in front of this video, because if I do, as one of my favourite guys, Eric Thomas, says, it becomes a ready-made meal. And what does a ready-made meal taste like? Horrible. But when I just stand in front of this camera, I just say what's inside my stomach, and it makes me have what? Self-belief in myself. So what is your belief stopping you doing? The same as your fear, very similar. If you add all these videos that we've spoke about over the last 6 or 7 weeks, if you watch them all individually but add them up, they all come down to this one thing, which is self-belief. So what will you start to make your belief make you do? Will it be talk to that person you've never spoke to in your life? Will it be meet that new guy? Will it be force yourself to go to the gym? Will it be your next challenge? Where would you be this time next year if you just start to believe in yourself?